Hi students, I welcome back to my class. Students, as we know, before independence, India was ruled by British. Independence before, there were many freedom fighters who had been fought and many freedom fighters were died in exile. In that, mainly Gandhiji, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Bhagat Singh, and so on. There are many more freedom fighters who had been fought and left over their life for the nation. So, in this class, we are going to learn one of them. So, which is that lesson? So, that is, I want to quit ICS. So, the lesson is, I want to quit ICS. So, this is the lesson about Subhash Chandra Bose. So, once Subhash Chandra Bose wrote a letter. So, this lesson about Subhash Chandra Bose and his letter, I want to quit ICS. Let's see. Students, before going to listen, here the given few questions, try to answer it. Let us remember some of our great national leaders. Will you find it? I think you will. Who is the man who grew up to be a great leader after he came back from South Africa? Can you find it? Yes, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Then, who is the man who wrote letters to his daughter when he was in prison? What more do you know about him? Can you find out? Yes, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So, he is the first president of India. Then, who was the great leader who said Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan? Yes, you are right, Lal Bahadur Shastri. Then, who is the national leader who is called the Iron Man of India? Who's that? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patil. Next, who built an army to fight with the British? What was that army called? So that is Subhash Chandra Bose. So let's see about Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose born on 23rd January 1897. Subhash Chandra Bose. He born on January 23rd, 1897. January 23rd, 1897, and we call the Subhash Chandra Bose as Netaji. So, we call Subhash Chandra Bose. He is famous as a Netaji. So, he was one of the 8 freedom fighters of India. He was a freedom fighter of India. Freedom fighter of India, and his very famous slogan is "Give me blood and I shall give you freedom." Give me blood, give me blood, I shall give you freedom. So, as well as Jai Hind. So, these two are the very famous slogan, and he belongs to he belongs to do well-to-do family, and he was the ninth of 14 children. He was the ninth child. He was the ninth child of his parent. Okay, students. Subhash Chandra Bose studied at President College, Calcutta, where he was later expelled because of attacking a professor making racist remarks towards Indians. So then he joined Scottish Church College. He joined Scottish Church Church College. Then he completed his degree in philosophy. BA in philosophy in this college. Okay. In 1919, under pressure from his father, the force by his father, he agreed to go to London and he did ICS. ICS means Indian Civil Service. ICS in 1919, fourth rank. He got fourth rank and he selected also, but he resigned. But he resigned for this job because of he did not believe or he could not work under the British. So that is what he resigned ICS. So let's see more about the Subhash Chandra Bose in this lesson. I am going to read the lesson now. Just to see. I want to quit the ICS. Subhash Chandra Bose, whom we call Netaji, left India in 1919 for England with a promise for his father that he would appear for the Indian Civil Service examination. He was selected in his first attempt, but he did not want to work under an alien ruler. He resigned his civil service post and jumped into the freedom movement. He became an active member of the Congress. He was elected president of the Congress in 1938. In this letter, Bose seeks the advice and Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das, who was the undisputed leader of the Congress at that time, about what he should do after quitting the government job. The letter is like this. The Union Society, Cambridge, 16 February 1921. Sir, my name is Subhash Chandra Bose. I am probably a stranger to you, but you will perhaps recognize me if I tell you who I am. I am writing this letter to you on a very important matter. But before I come to business, I must first prove my sincerity. Therefore, I shall first introduce myself. My father, Mr. Janakinath Bose, is a practicing advocate at Cuttack. One of my elder brother, Mr. Sharat Chandra Bose, is a barrister of Calcutta High Court. In 1919, I passed the BA examination and got a first class in honors. I arrived here in 1919 in the month of October. I passed the civil service examination in August 1920 and secured the fourth place. In June this year, I shall take the examination in moral science typos. The same month I shall get the BA degree in here. Now, I shall come to business. I have no desire at all to enter government service. I want to quit the ICS. I know very well that if after quitting the service I plunge into national work with determination,
I shall have plenty of work to do, like teaching at the National College that you have established in Calcutta, writing and publishing books and newspapers, organizing village societies, spreading education among the common people, etc. I would like to know what works you may be able to allot to me in this great program of national service. Of education and intelligence, I have but little, but I believe I have the enthusiasm to you of youth. As regards my education, I have read something of philosophy because that was my honor subject in Calcutta, and I am doing the same subject in my typos here. Thanks for the civil service examination. I have had on an all-round education up to a certain standard in economics, political science, English, law, Sanskrit, and geography. I decide to give up the service with clear-cut plans. If I can do that, I shall not have to spend time not knowing what to do. I shall be able to enter the field of work immediately. I am now, in a sense, a government servant because I am now ICS probationer. I did not dare to write to you directly lest my letters should be censored. I am sending this letter through a trusted friend of mine. He will deliver the letter personally to you. Whenever I write to you, I shall be doing so in this way. You may, of course, write to me because there is no danger of letters being censored here. I have a few ideas in my mind regarding the moment. I think there must be a permanent meeting place. We must have a house for this purpose. There will be a group of research students who will be carrying on research on various national problems. My personal view is that we have to maintain a permanent staff. They will do research on individual problems. Booklets will be published in every provincial language by the propaganda department and will be distributed free among the general public. Apart from that, a book will be published by the propaganda department on each and every question in our national life. In such a book, the policy of organization will be explained and the grounds on which such a policy has been formulated will also be given. I have written so much. These questions are not new to you. I feel that tremendous work lies ahead of us in connection with the moment. If you wish so, I shall probably be able to make some contribution in this respect. I am your respectfully Subhash Chandra Bose. I want to quit the ICS. So the lesson I want quit the ICS is a letter written by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose to Deshabandhu Chittaranjan Das. This letter is writing Subhash Chandra Bose to whom? To Deshabandhu Chittaranjan Das. Okay. Seeking his advice. For what? To seeking his advice. Whose advice? Deshabandhu Chittaranjan Das advice need Netaji. So, about what he should do after quitting Indian civil service? A government service job. Is it? No. So he got 4th rank in ICS, but he want to leave. And after quit the ICS, what he want to do? Let's see. The letter is written on 16 February 1921 from the Union Society of Cambridge University. So, when did he write the letter? Yes, he wrote the letter on 16th February 1921. So, in the letter, Subhash Chandra Bose introduced himself to the Deshabandhu because he is a stranger to him. So, Deshabandhu did not know who is Netaji and what he want to do for the nation. That is what Subhash Chandra Bose explained what he was writing a letter and what is his ambition. So that is what he explained to Deshabandhu. He introduced himself as the son of Mr. Janakinath Bose, who is a practicing lawyer at Calcutta. His brother Mr. Sharat Chandra Bose is a barrister of Calcutta High Court. So he had passed his BA examination with the first class. So his brother passed his BA first class. And he had arrived at Cambridge in October 1919 and passed the civil service examination in August 1920 and secured a second place. So in that he secured a second place. After introducing himself, Subhash Chandra Bose writes that he has no desire to enter the government civil service. He is determined to enter national work after quitting civil service. So, when he passed civil service examination, he got government job, but he want to quit it because what? Because he don't want to work under British. In that time, who was ruling our India? Yes, British were ruling our India. Yes and no. So that is what Subhash Chandra Bose did not want to work under the British. So he want to quit it, and what he want to do? He want to enter national work. Then he assures Mr. Chittaranjan Das that he will have plenty of work to do, like teaching at the National College established by Mr. Das and by writing and publishing books and newspapers, organizing village societies and educating the Indian masses. So, when he want to quit the ICS, next what he want to do? So he explained to Mr. Chittaranjan Das, if I quit the ICS, number of works ahead to me. What are the works we have? So he can teach. He can teach in the college, or you want to write a book and publish the books. Next, newspaper also he can publish it, and organizing village societies. He want to organize village societies and educating the Indian masses. So the people should educate. That is what the Subhash Chandra Bose want to write the newspapers and books, and he want to publish those. Then he requests Mr. Das to let him know what works he will be assigned by Mr. Das in the great program of national service. Then he assures Mr. Das of his youthful enthusiasm to serve the nation. He is thankful to the civil service examination because it has provided him all-round education in economic, political science, and English, law, Sanskrit, and geography. Then he decided to give up civil service after making definite plans of his future course because he wishes to not spend his time in aimless pursuits. so he is eager to jump into field to work at the earliest. Then he has sent this letter to Mr. Das, though a trusted friend, fearing a censorship by the British administration, and in future his correspondences will be through his trusted friend. Subhash Chandra Bose also writes that he had formed a few ideas regarding Indian national movement. He believes that there must be a permanent meeting place, perhaps a house, and that there is a need for a research group to study the various national problems. The propaganda department will publish these researches in every provincial language among the public for free. In addition to pamphlets, a book on each and every question in the national life and the policies of the organization with explanation should be published. Next, the Subhash Chandra Bose want to conclude his letter by writing that questions are not new to Mr. Das. So he finally says that he feels that there was tremendous work to do in the future, though the moment his wish was to be able to contribute to the movement in every respect.
So students, Subhash Chandra Bose is a very intelligent and sincere student he was, and he was strongly influenced by Swami Vivekananda teachings, and he also adored Vivekananda as his spiritual guru. So Subhash Chandra Bose did so much for nation, is it? So I hope you all follow the Subhash Chandra Bose, so our Netaji, right? I think you all understood about the lesson